told me we live in a civilized nation, but I can't hear that without finding it frustrating. You see, there's something about a statement that's way beyond grating, and it's always so civilized, many still lack proper accommodation, while houses stand empty because lives are worth less than profits. And the fear of appearances at shop fronts bring spike strips to clear out some small bit of shelter from winter's grip. We bought into capitalism with our humanity as forfeit, when it's amazing how many things you can tend to take for granted when you've got somewhere for your feet to be planted. Like having all you need can leave you so cold-hearted, but when you swap yourself for luxuries, your view will get slanted. And I ain't saying everyone needs beds of roses and sheets of silk or bags of gold and their pockets overflowing. It's not a mad dream about some land of honey and milk. It's just about giving everyone a chance to stay safe and keep growing. See, something as basic as housing should be a given human right. It shouldn't be the kind of thing for which you have to fight. You shouldn't have to beg for it or scrape and be polite. It's not the kind of problem we should let be swept from sight, cause sleeping under the stars ain't the fairy tale it sounds like when it's way beyond a choice. And it's the reality of daily life when you're starving like a famine, but it's not cause you're on hunger strike. It's just life without an address is a recipe for strife. When you're huddled in a doorway, hungry and frozen with nowhere to hide, as a cold wind blows in, trying not to get swept up with its old flood as it flows in, and being treated like it's a life you've willingly chosen. See, it's 2019, there ain't no excuse. No first world country should see people with no proof. We've already got the neck of our future in a noose, and when we got tent cities, do you need more proof? It's not someone else's issue, man. We need to stand up and own this. See, at least 2 people you went to school with are probably homeless, so realize that it affects us all more or less, and when we let it continue, then we're far from our best. So look with open eyes and you'll be forced to confess it's an ever-growing problem we need to squash to a flatness. See, you need a clear mind to find a way out of this madness, but you'll never really sleep when the street is your mattress, and with no locked doors to keep away the fear of abuse. Will we let this continue? We'll have failed our youth. We'll leave a world more concerned with cash than people having roofs. It's not something to look forward to, that's the truth. See, we're not living in a paradise where the future's sweet, with everybody's life all sorted out, packaged and neat, when we got nearly 5,000 sleeping harsh on the streets. And for those stuck in this life, it's where hell and earth meet, so we're desensitized. The streets should be running with tears. The thought homelessness still exists should fill you with fear, when it's costing us more than 400 souls in a year. And we did this, we let it happen, the buck stops here. And with 1 in 200 homeless, our society's wrecked, and every year there's 4% more. So how long till you're next? To get out there seeking warmth, getting shown no respect. It could easily be a life you yourself reflect, but let's face it though, the statistics are a guess, so we'll never really know how many call the streets home. But the numbers day by day are continuing to grow, so why do we let this be a life for anyone to own? It's the 21st century, seems fucking nuts to me that some can still dream of 4 walls and a bed as a luxury, because we've allowed a constant chasing and craving for currency to overtrade care and to drown out our decency. So look to your soul and the state of the stain when you can turn your nose up in disgust and disdain, as a man with a home drinks a beer to stay sane and to numb out the hold of the cold and the pain. When you walk through a world that allows you to sustain that kind of lifestyle which you're happy to partake and drain 2 bottles of red cause you've had a bad day on the train. Seriously, look, before you get through your front door tonight and lock it, just remember how lucky you are to have house keys in your pocket. It's not even a joke, so please don't even mock it. Just spare a thought for those didn't have your luck one bit. I know you think you survived the streets, you think you're that tough, but I guarantee it can break you, man. It's more than enough to bust up your spirit, to leave your soul crushed. After all, there's a reason that they call it sleeping rough. After all, there's a reason they call it sleeping rough.